Hi there. I'm working on a play right now that opens in November, and I want to tell you a little bit about it so that as you go about planning your festivities for the next month or so, you might consider including this in your plan. My friend Brandy Holmes, a theater artist in town, has a grandfather named Warren, who's a World War II veteran. Recently, Warren's memory has been fading, and so Brandy and her family have been encouraging him to tell them stories from his younger years before he's no longer able to. And one of the ways they've been prompting him to tell these stories is by showing him documents and artifacts from decades ago that they find around his house. A few months back, they found a journal that, for as long as they could remember, he had kept in his office, but that they had never seen him read or write in. They showed him the journal, and he said, "Oh yes, this was the journal that I kept while I was a prisoner of war in Germany." Now, this was news both to Brandy and to the rest of her family. Between the ages of 22 and 23, Warren had spent 15 months in a prisoner of war camp in Barth, Germany, and after being released in 1945, had said nothing about it to his family, even his wife. In this journal, Brandy found stories, drawings, poems, and recipes written by her grandfather during his time in the camp. But on top of these, she also found stories, drawings, poems, and recipes written by other men in the camp. You see, it was typical for prisoners to write in each other's journals. If one person was a particularly good poet, he would write poems in everyone's journals. If another person was a good artist, he would draw pictures in everyone's journals, and so on. Now, most of these men were between the ages of 20 and 25. They had perhaps graduated high school and worked for a year or two before enlisting. But after enlisting, they were quickly trained, sent on missions in B-17 bombers, were shot down over Germany, survived, were captured, and found themselves in this POW camp. They had been living a fast-paced life, and for many of them, this was the first chance they had to reflect, not only on the war in which they were no longer fighting, but on their lives as a whole. It's this self-examination that Warren's journal and others like it documents. So Brandy decided to take the stories, drawings, poems, and recipes from Warren's journal and make a play out of them. A play that examines the relationships among men in this camp and how they transform over time. It's this play that we're working on right now, and it's this play that opens in November, on Veterans Day, 11/11/11. So if you're interested in seeing this show, the details are in the email, but I'll go over them here. So the show is called Kriegie Wartime Log, opens on November 11th and runs through the 21st at Spring Street Studios, which is pretty close to the Target on Sawyer. Tickets are $15, half price on Sundays, and you can purchase them online at www.brandy-holmes.com. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I hope to see you there. Thanks.